It's a perfect day for softball as the Eastern Florida State College softball team steps out of conference and takes on Iowa Central Community College. Live from the Titan Softball Complex on the Melbourne campus, it's the Titans and the Tritons next. Gorgeous weather here on Florida's Space Coast as we're back to Titan softball action here on WEFS. Thank you so very much for joining us here on this Thursday. My name is Jeff Radcliffe, joined as always by the former Eau Gallie Commodore, Florida State Seminole, Alex Powers. And Alex, we've got a team in Eastern Florida that's coming off 2 straight wins and really starting to find themselves in the pitching circle, but also in the batting order.
Definitely. I think the Eastern Florida State College team is definitely finding their identity at this moment. Coach Badia commented on March being their learning and their growing period of the season, so I'm excited to see what they have today. Callie
Malloy will be the starting pitcher for the Tritons. She is 6-3 this season, but she is a strikeout artist.
For sure. She sports a 3.59 ERA at the moment with 54 innings of work to her name and 72 strikeouts.
We'll try to blow it by these Titans hitters. She'll be contested by Olivia Everett as she's now 8-5. What does she need to do, Alex, to get win number 9?
Olivia Everett just has to keep her calm demeanor in the circle, let her defense work behind her, and allow her team to feed off of the energy that she brings.
So look at the Iowa Central Triton batting order. They are now 14-11 on the season. Alexis Egan, who's got 32 stolen bases. If she gets on, it's as good as a doubles. Katarina Anthony is batting second, Cheyenne Anderson third. The designated player is Jenna Pichelle. She will bat cleanup, followed by Jessa May, the first baseman, catcher Alyssa Dama, right fielder Kennedy Newell, Destiny Perry is the shortstop, and Carly Jones will be the 9-hitter. So here is Alexis Egan. Going to be the first victim of Olivia Everett. She's out of Sterling, Colorado. She's out on the plains. And we'll take a ball to start this game.
Good first pitch there by Olivia Everett, already going to something a little bit off speed. First pitch of the game, I like it.
And the bunt laid down by the lefty, throwing to first. In time, 1 away.
Great play by Olivia Everett with the little comebacker up the mound, or up the middle, back to the mound, and she fielded her position very nicely. Let's take a look. You see Egan just gets out of the box so quickly, and she just darts down the line, but Everett was no match.
Kat Anthony, the second batter here for Iowa Central. Third baseman, the freshman out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Batting .358, does have 9 doubles and 6 home runs, so can pack a punch in that body. Ball. And she takes a ball. The base is empty, 1 away. Anthony will take that one upstairs, another ball. Calling the balls and strikes, Ralph Brooks, our home plate umpire. He's assisted by Samuel Hall, who's on the bases this afternoon.
Anthony is the Tritons' primary power hitter. I mean, she has 6 home runs right now, so you can see Olivia Everett being a little more selective with what she's going to give Katarina to hit.
And he pulled back the bunt. It's a strike. 3-1 the count. And she will lift this to center. Settling under is Savannah Garrison, and they're 2 away. So look at the defensive setup here for Eastern Florida this afternoon. It's the usual suspects. Brooke Diaz, the battery mate of Olivia Everett. It'll be Crumblish, Pennington, Waldron, and Meyer across the infield, left to right. Orland is in there in left. Garrison center, and Ileana Rodriguez in right. And there again, the umpires there in the field. Next up is Cheyenne Anderson from Indianola, Iowa, batting .391. But the base is empty here and 2 out. Ball. So she's gotten behind the hitters, but it has not hurt her yet here, Alex.
No, for sure. Olivia Everett just staying around the zone right now, not pumping too much down the middle, which we saw last week with the first game that she threw it against Central Florida, College of Central Florida. Got hit around a little bit, but I think the huge part is just learning from those mistakes and growing and becoming a better athlete, a better pitcher.
Anderson rips a base hit, then on the overthrow will take second base. A good base running there by Cheyenne Anderson. There is a runner at second here with 2 out.
We'll see a nice little piece of hitting right there by Anderson, going in the 5-6 hole, staying with that inside pitch and just taking advantage of this overthrow back in the circle.
Runner in scoring position now for Jenna Pichelle, the cleanup hitter from Logan, Iowa. She promptly on the first pitch will pop it up on the infield, caught by Nikki Pennington, and the side is retired. You got the hit, but no runs come across. And going into the bottom of the first, it is the Tritons 0 and Titans coming up for the first time. So look at the Titans batting order. Mary Waldron, who is now on a 13-game hit streak, will lead things off. Caitlin Meyer will bat second. Hannah Crumblish, the third baseman, is third. Nikki Pennington in her usual cleanup spot, the shortstop. Abigail Kendrick, Gabby Orland, Olivia Everett, the pitcher there in seventh. Brooke Diaz, the catcher, and the center fielder, Savannah Garrison, will try to turn the order over for Waldron. Defensively setting up here now for Iowa Central. Malloy, of course, the pitcher. Alyssa Dama is the catcher. Anthony at third. Perry at second. Jones at second. I'm sorry, Perry at shortstop. Jones at second. May at first. And Egan, Anderson, and Newell are the outfielders. Tritons did not play yesterday. Eastern Florida did take 2 from 2 other Midwestern teams. St. Louis was one of those. The other was DuPage. So 10-1 win, 10-0 win for the Titans yesterday. You like to just kind of keep that going in the hit parades, right?
For sure. I think hitting is contagious, and if we can just continue the role that the Titans are on, I think they'll have some success today heading into this game. Iowa
Central 2 days ago also beat St. Louis. They won 7-1 in that one. They've won 8 of their last 11, 14-11 on the season. They are a Division II softball program. Most other sports in Fort Dodge, Iowa are, in fact, at Division I level. We saw them win a national title in women's soccer here a couple of years ago on the campus of Eastern Florida. So leading off here, Mary Waldron.
Ooh. Ball.
Yeah, that's a ball inside.
Looked like it almost hit her. Coming in hot for the first pitch.
Mary nonchalantly letting it go by.
Yep. She said, get out of my box. But I think the key for the Central Florida hitters heading into this game is just having that aggressive but selective approach. They want to take advantage of anything over the white part of the plate, but you know, let the pitcher work and let her make mistakes.
Malloy behind the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Mary Waldron 4 for 8 yesterday in those 2 games. Had a home run, 5 RBIs, and 2 stolen bases.
Is that good?
That's getting the job done, right?
I would say so.
She's ahead in the count 3-0. Is she swinging away here or just trying to get the free base?
I would say 3-0, the first batter of the game for Eastern Florida. Probably take. We get later in the game, you can swing away.
Ball 4.
Inside, walks her on 4 straight, so Waldron is aboard. She does have 14 stolen bases. That leads the Titans team this season. That was Caitlin Meyer.
Number 9, Caitlin Meyer.
Local girl out of Palm Bay Bayside, batting .238.
Oh, I know you lost the nail, right?
And
a little
our audio
commentary.
guys check. Chuck's got the mics working well today. And the bunt laid down foul.
Caitlin Meyer just needs to be a little selective. Malloy hasn't really been around the strike zone much, so just, yeah, she wants to bunt this ball and move Waldron over, but just get a strike.
One from Malloy.
Ball.
Outside trying to throw back to first. Nice idea. They had Waldron caught out, but the throw was a little wild and wide. And now Waldron is at second.
It's take a look. I think it looked like it almost surprised the first baseman a little bit. She wasn't even there. It was a second baseman, which just kind of puts the defense out of position a little bit, causes some confusion on both ends. Good heads-up throw by the catcher, though.
1-1.
Ball,
Going inside. 2-0 is Malloy making use of the mask. This is kind of a new trend right now for pitchers.
It is. It was not really a thing as much when I was, you know, a little bit younger. Through my college experience, it kind of became a thing, but I'm only a year removed, so.
Gotcha. You're still playing.
I know. I act like I'm so old. I'm not.
Well, I think everybody out there on this field looking up to you, of course.
Thank you.
Runner in scoring position. There with nobody out, bottom of the first for the Titans.
Ball.
Malloy is having a tough time finding the strike zone right now. She's thrown, well, Meyer has 2 strikes on her, but one of them wasn't necessarily a strike, so. She offered at a ball. What
kind of feedback do you get on those that wear the mask like that? Does it give them a little bit more confidence in that they got a little protection there?
For sure. Some of them have been hit in the past, and it's just like a crutch that they like for their safety, and I think that's totally fine, totally cool. If they just feel more comfortable with it, then that's fine too.
Like you got to hit with one, right?
Exactly. It's all about comfort when you get to this level and you're just trying to compete the best you can.
Back-to-back walks now. Hannah Crumblish with some RBI opportunities here. Third batter here in the inning. Crumblish from Claremont Eastridge. Lays down the bunt. Good small ball here for Eastern Florida. They move the runners over to second and third, so a sacrifice in the offing for Crumblish. She gets the job done.
Gotta love some good fundamental softball when you got your 3-hole hitter bunting, sack bunting. So Coach Badia knows he just wants to score some runs right now in this first inning.
Now you got Nikki Pennington with 1 out who can swing away.
Pennington has some power. She's got 4 home runs, 4 doubles, and 4 triples right now, which most of those are pretty high up there on the team rating scale, I guess you could say. But
there's a strike.
I always like to take the approach right now. Pennington could do a lot here to be successful, whether it's a ball to the opposite field somewhere or something in the air for a sac fly. A lot works to score some runs.
Swing and a miss, took a big cut, and now she's in an 0-2 hole. I gotta be a little more defensive on the approach at the plate. Foul this one off to the right and out of play.
For sure, with 0-2 and runners on second and third and 1 out, Pennington doesn't want to strike out in this situation. She wants to do something, put a ball in play somewhere, make the defense work, make them get her out, and don't just be an easy strikeout.
Former Bear wants to be bullish in this at-bat. Get Eastern Florida out in front here in the bottom of the first. Takes that one upstairs, 1-2.
I think it'll be crucial for Malloy to kind of utilize the strike zone in this instance.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
She doesn't need to go right at Pennington yet. She can work a little bit on the corners and try to figure out the zone, expand the zone a little bit.
Upstairs, throw to third, gets away, and not far enough there for Waldron to be opportunistic and take home.
Alyssa Dama is just coming up firing to all bases, all sides.
Putting them on notice.
Exactly.
Pennington with 4 home runs. She and Waldron co-leading the team in that department, but 41 RBIs. Leads Eastern Florida. A chance for 2 more here. She'll foul that one back to stay alive. 2-2.
You see, she's taking her hacks. I like it. She's not going to get cheated on this at bat, which I think is huge coming from a 4-hole hitter in this situation. And I think it just says a lot of her confidence and, you know, what she wants to do for the team.
There's the 2-2 from Malloy. Ooh, inside. And the count runs full.
This is a good at-bat right here by Pennington. She's seen a
3
lot of
balls,
pitches.
2 strikes.
She was 0-2. On deck is Kendrick. Big pitch upcoming here in the early moments of this matchup. And this will be popped up on the infield. Running in the second baseman, Carly Jones. She'll glove it, and there are 2 away.
That's a good at-bat right there by Pennington. Obviously not the outcome she wanted, but I think her approach was pretty solid, and she's leaving a lot of room for Abigail Kendrick to come up and work in this situation. 2 outs. She's got to get a base hit, something to score these runners to be successful. But
Kendrick batting .245, the Kissimmee Osceola product. We'll take that one on the outside corner, a strike. She went 1 for 2 against DuPage yesterday, that second contest at Eastern Florida played. Had a home run and 2 RBIs. So that one hit was a big one.
Ball.
That one hung, and it got away. This should bring home the first run of the game. Waldron is in, and safe at third as well. Meyer. And the Titans in front here to start things off.
it's good heads-up base running right there by Mary Waldron, just letting Dama kind of make a mistake. I mean, she's coming up throwing really aggressively, and I would just tell her to tone it down a little bit back there behind the plate. Let your pitcher work, let your defense work.
So 1-1, swing and a miss from Abby Kendrick.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
15 RBIs coming in, the 5-hole hitter for Coach Jim Badia. But they're in the ascendancy with a run in. Got the benefit of a hit.
Ball.
Another inside ball called by Ralph Brooks. Tight strike zone thus far. 2-2.
He's squeezing them. He's making the pitchers throw it over the plate, which isn't a bad day to be a hitter. Always makes it a little nicer.
And strikes are out. So Kendrick goes down. That's the inning. But a run comes home without the benefit of a hit. There were 2 errors and a runner left on.
Abigail Kendrick, just a little beat right there. Malloy kind of sped it up a little bit on her, and Kendrick was just a tad bit late, but she can get her next time.
Go to the top of the second here. We were talking about moments ago about the size of the strike zone, and as a hitter, how long does it take to realize an umpire is going to be calling it a bit tight, and then how quickly does that information get traveled down to the lineup? And when somebody's coming back after a plate appearance, is there a lot of chatter going on about that?
There should be. I always think that you can learn from everybody else's at-bats that you see, and from whether you're in defense, you can already tell if your pitcher's getting some calls, and I think it's just really crucial to pay attention to that part of the game because you know a lot without even having hit yet, or if your teammates are hitting. So I think it's all a learning process, and you take that information and you move forward.
Interesting. 1-0 to the Titans. We go to the top of the second. It'll be Jessime, Alyssa Dama, and Kennedy Newell to hit this inning for the Titans. It'll be the second inning of work for Olivia Everett, their head coach, Rick Sandquist. He is now in his 7th season. .788 win percentage as the head coach of the softball program. He's also the athletic director at Iowa Central Community College. So
cool.
pulling a Jeff Carr here.
That's cool.
Eastern
That's
Florida's
stuff.
AD and women's soccer coach. He was a former baseball coach as well, had 5 NJCAA World Series appearances and made it to the final game, was the runners-up, were the Tritons in 2000. So it's been around the diamond for quite a while. So the 5-hole hitter, Jessime, a sophomore out of Des Moines, batting .317, will bat for the first time. And she'll take a strike.
Good off-speed pitch right there by Olivia Everett. She's just going to try to keep these Triton hitters off balance, try to spot that little spinner that she throws with a nice little change-up mix, and it's enough to do the job typically. So
Ball.
Floats over the zone. 1-1 the count.
We'll typically see 2. Everett's not really our strikeout pitcher per se. I mean, she does have some strikeouts, don't get me wrong, but she's more your pitch to contact and allow the defense to work.
Ball.
Yeah, Jordan Lawless, the strikeout pitcher. We have got yet to see here on WEFS, but we can tell you on the back half of the last couple of doubleheaders, the Titans have gotten wins when she's been in the circle, but Olivia's just not televised when she's getting those wins. That's the problem.
Nope.
Olivia. Both of them have 8.
Olivia's thrown every game that we've done so far.
3-1.
So, interesting.
The prime time pitcher.
Exactly.
Olivia yesterday, 3 innings pitched, a hit, no earned runs, 3 strikeouts in the win against St. Louis, a first game of 2 against Midwestern teams. So 3rd and 4th straight game against teams from the Midwest here on spring break. One of the nice things, the teams will come to you here in March.
Who wouldn't want to be in Florida at this time of the year? It's beautiful.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Not one person on that Iowa roster.
Agreed.
It's a full count pitch, and that will be fouled back.
We see these Triton hitters are so ahead of Olivia Everett right now. They just have to be patient. I think they're going to find a lot of success if they work up the middle a little bit opposite field. Because she throws like those little off-speed spinners and that changeup, and key to success is just let the ball travel, go the other way.
Ball. 4.
And she walks her. So the runner aboard is Jessa May. First walk issued here by Olivia Everett. And that will bring up Alyssa Dema, the catcher.
Dema has a opportunity to help herself out a little bit with those throwing mistakes that she made last inning. Help her cause.
Trying to lay down the bunt, move the runner over. It's a good one. Over to first, and she'll reach base as well. The throw a little high. Too tough to handle from Waldron.
Right there we see Dema lay a nice sacrifice bunt down, and our first baseman just kind of took Waldron off the bag a little bit with that throw. So Dema is safe at first. Runners on first and second. No outs.
Waiting.
Situation. No, not
And here is Kennedy Newell for the first time, the right fielder for the Tritons. She will try to lay a bunt down. It's going to be caught. So 1 away. Runners all getting back. Nonchalant from May at second, getting in, but luckily the throw was not on target.
We see the ball kind of flying all around a little bit right now. First of all, this slapper's job, got to get the bunt down, got to have the ball on the ground somewhere. It is like the cardinal sin for a slapper to pop something up. But, I mean, it happens, don't get me wrong, but not the goal.
Ball.
Outside.
We also saw that a little errant throw from the catcher there. Just try to take care of the ball. I mean, don't force things. We saw it with Dema last inning. Don't force throws. Just let it happen. If somebody's getting a big lead, you just kind of work from there.
That one in on her fists. Kennedy Newell will be put out. And the double play is May doubled off at second, and the side is retired, so the minimum faced. There was a walk and an infield hit, but runner left, and still no hits for the Titans as they get set to come up, but they lead 1-0. So the Titans get set for their second trip to the plate. Coming up will be Gabby Orland, Olivia Everett, and Brooke Diaz. So Jim Badia now again, the man who not rebuilding a program but renovating the program, and is really starting to create this team and have it play in his image a little bit, the way he would like.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to come in and try to build a culture and, you know, help expand the program, things like that.
But that's what he's done throughout his career, especially at the Division I level. Whether he was an operations manager or a coach, he's been at Auburn, Arizona State, University of Tennessee, Oklahoma, has won a couple national titles. Here he is to bring the Titans into that, up to that next level.
He has a good resume. I do say so myself.
Gabby Orland will hit for the first time. Sophomore out of Orlando, former Olympia Titan. So no change in the mascot here from as she matriculates from high school to college. Made it to the state tournament last year with the Titans from Olympia High. Orland batting .271. Will take a strike. She's down in an 0-2 hole here.
Again, I think the Titans just need to have that aggressive but selective approach. I mean, Malloy struggled a little bit that first inning, but she's coming up right now, pumping strikes. So I would tell those Eastern Florida hitters just to be ready to go from the first pitch.
Pull right back up the middle.
Good piece of hitting.
Gonna be a base hit. So Orland on. Always getting the lead off on, always a good sign to start the second.
Lets that ball get deep and just peppers it right up the middle. Nothing too crazy, not swinging out of her shoes. Nice and controlled, short and compact. That was a good swing. Good swing on a good pitch.
Olivia Everett.
Olivia Everett will bat for the first time out of Moorhaven. The pitcher looking to help her cause, batting .191. Lays down the bunt. That should move the runner over as Everett retired at first. Throw to second just in case. Not going to get Orlando, who's in there well in time. So sacrifice moving the runner over. There's one away, and here's Brooke Diaz for the first time. Sophomore out of Thanata Sasa.
A lot of fundamental softball. I think that's our third sacrifice bunt that we've seen. Well, that was my walk-up song. My freshman, sophomore year.
The name of the song is?
It's called Hell and Back.
Okay, so they didn't play it long enough.
No.
For your liking, I'm sure.
No.
Well,
it's a good, like,
yeah,
post-injury comeback, trying to, you know, do some damage.
Walk-up song is
That's
such a part of the game now. It really is,
sure.
as far as getting your mind set for things.
It's how you find your identity.
Yeah.
Says a lot about a person, but sometimes, I don't know.
Sometimes it's just a favorite
song.
Exactly.
They can be goofy. It's okay. Olivia Everett helped put Brooke Diaz in a good position right here for some RBI potential. Oh.
And there it is. Diaz up the middle. Won't be enough to get the run home. There'll be runners on the corners with one away here in the second.
Good piece of hitting by Diaz right there. Just, again, slow and controlled. I love talking about people being just under control and being aware of what they're doing. When players start straying from, you know, fundamentals and trying to swing too hard, hit balls too hard, we kind of lose a lot of our foundation, and we can just stay compact, controlled, relaxed. Things tend to go in our favor.
Yeah. Garrison trying to turn the runner over for Waldron, who's on deck. Garrison will take a strike. Savannah out of Plant City, transferring from Northwest Florida State. 3 for 5 yesterday in those 2 games with a run scored. Just doing a job down low in the order. Just get on base, keep things going. I'll lay down the bunt, and it will be a foul ball.
Gotta love a lefty at the bottom of the order who can kind of slap and, you know, make things happen. Turn the order over back to the top of the lineup in Waldron.
Getting the sign straight of catcher Dema with Malloy.
Let's see if Eastern Florida can cause any havoc on the bases here and make Dema throw.
Supposed to go out and get it, slap it down the line, and put it foul. So now we'll have to be a 2-strike hitter with 1 away. Runners on the corners. Eastern Florida already up a run. 2 hits in the inning.
I think Diaz should steal here. Make something happen on the bases.
Foul back.
Good at bat by Garrison, just fouling these balls off, making Malloy work. Give her something that she misses over the plate that Garrison can take advantage of and hit hard somewhere. Slap on the ground, whatever it takes.
Missed that one. Can that drop? No. Caught by Anderson. The throw to the plate was seemed to be in time, but it got by the catcher Dema. The run scores in the form of Gabby Orland. So sac fly for Garrison.
Let's watch the throw here from the center fielder. Could have gotten into some trouble if the catcher had caught the ball because there was no lane for the runner to go running home, and if there was a collision there, that could have been bad on all parts. That's such a big thing, a big conversation and topic of discussion in softball right now.
Yeah. Diaz at second. We've seen our share of collisions this season.
They're part of the game, but some are definitely avoidable.
Alice Ganaway not available after a collision. Gave her a concussion a week ago. And blasted to left field. Could be gone if it stays fair, and it's a foul ball.
That's
so
probably the worst. The worst thing ever.
It was slicing that opposite way. You were just hoping it would hang on. You needed the Pudge Rodriguez, right? 75 series against Cincinnati.
Ugh.
Game 6.
Wow, what a memory.
I was 2. But
so you've seen clips.
But you've seen, you've seen. There's a thing called YouTube now, which is really good for game historians, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, not Pudge Rodriguez. Carlton Fisk, the original Pudge. Now he's fouled straight back. So much for YouTube. Former Texas Ranger.
Good at bat here by Waldron. Got ahead with that first foul ball that she cranked over the left field fence, but now just trying to find her way and get a missed pitch, hit hard somewhere, and score the runner on second.
Ball.
Good hold. She knows she wanted
Sam,
it.
did she go?
Yep. Checking outside.
She did not go. Anything up near the eyes here looks good just right out of the hand because it's so close. It looks so close, looks so hittable, and in reality it's typically not. So good thing that she didn't go, didn't swing.
It's the 1-2. Just enough of it to keep the bat alive. And 2 out. There's 1 on, a run already in. 2-0 for the Titans here.
Ball.
Side ball 2.
Good take right there by Waldron. When you start getting in the habit of just swinging and swinging and swinging, it's hard to hold yourself back. And that was a good little pitch by Malloy with that off speed. She just threw a changeup inside, which again looks so good sometimes. And for her to be able to hold back and not swing is huge.
Blast it. And boy, had a beat on it there. Alexis Egan makes the play in left field, but a run comes home on a couple of hits. After 2 complete, it is 2-0 Titans.
She hit that one. That was solid.
Picked up it short by Benton on the first. 1-0. Swings. And it's
there she
over the head
goes.
of the right fielder. Strike 3. Second strikeout.
Watch Eastern Florida softball action as your Titans battle the Broward College Seahawks. Live Wednesday at 2 on WEFF.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
We are back in Melbourne, Titan Softball Complex. We go to the top of the third. And Eastern Florida State College on top of Iowa Central. We'll see Destiny Perry make that Carly Jones here for the first time, the infielder.
Iowa Central heading into this third inning. I've seen a significant amount of at-bats so far, and it's time they start making an adjustment and doing something different with Olivia Everett, who's throwing a very good game so far. She sports a little spinner and a little changeup, and these Iowa Central hitters just need to let the ball travel, be selective, and hit something that's missed over the plate.
Carly Jones from Carroll, Iowa. She's batting .308, so prime position to turn that order over should she get on. Beg your pardon, hitting 111.
Ball.
Upstairs, we're going to count 2-2 here.
Good pitch by Everett right there, trying to expand the zone a little bit. That one was a little too far outside, but she could bring it in a little bit. She might get that corner called. It's the name of the game as a pitcher.
It's a good cut to it, puts it foul. Stays 2-2.
Dead ball.
And that hitter. So the leadoff runner aboard.
Right there. Sometimes it can come into question whether or not the hitter takes a little bit of a step forward towards the ball, but I guess we're in the clear on that one. But sometimes people get hit on purpose, especially when we're down in the count. It's not necessarily a bad idea.
No. Bunt her way on. It's a good one. Throw to first is going to be a tight one. But
Great
they got
play.
her at first.
That's a great defensive play right there by Hannah Krumblish.
So Egan on close plays, both of her first at-bats. Still gets the runner over, though. So we'll count it a sacrifice.
She does still do a job right there, but that was a good little bunt by Egan. I think it was a little one-handed action.
Kat Anthony for the second time as she flied out to center back in the first.
Ball.
Takes a ball.
We'll see if Anthony can take advantage of runner in scoring position here in Jones and hit a ball hard and try to get this first run across the board for the Tritons.
Fouls that one. Runner on second. There's one away here, top of the third.
Ball.
Another ball trying to stretch it
Ooh.
on the stolen base, and in there safely is going to be Carly Jones. So the 9-hole hitter doing some damage. You got aboard with the bunt, or hit by pitch, and advanced on the bunt, now advances with the stolen base.
That's some good heads-up base running by Carly Jones. I like to call it a dirt ball read. Anything out of the hand of the pitcher, you should be going to the next base.
RBI opportunity. Oh, good stab at second. Will take the out, but cannot even get that. Run comes home. Anthony's on her way to second on the overthrow, so an error allows Anthony to get the second. Run would have scored anyway. And it's 2-1.
It's a great defensive play right there by the second baseman, Mary Waldron, but we go back to that concept of just taking care of the ball. I mean, that's a great stop, but you just have to finish that play.
Ball.
You substitute the run in that position and, you know, take an out, but when you don't get either, it's tough.
Yeah.
Because now runner's on second again, and we still only have one out.
With the 3- and 4-hole hitters
Exactly.
now due up, is Anderson batting for the second time. Takes a strike. It's 1-1. Cheyenne Anderson had a hit in the first inning, reached second on an error
Yeah, it was
for being left stranded.
She had that 5-6 hole little shot right there in the first. See if she can do it again.
Does have some home run power, has 4 of them. Does have 5 doubles as well, 16 RBI, so very comfortable in this spot with a runner on second.
She's in a good position to succeed right here.
Ball.
And there's such a big gap in the outfield too. I mean, I feel like the corners could be in a little bit different of a position, pitching to Everett's weakness or to her strengths a little bit more. People tend to pull her instead of going the opposite way.
So it'll be popped up. Shallow center coming on, making the catch is Garrison. Runner will hold at second in the form of Kat Anthony, and Anderson is retired for the first time.
Good pitch right there by Everett.
2 away, Jenna Peschel flied out on the infield, her first at bat in the first. From Logan, Iowa.
Ball.
Ball, no strikes. Went up high, couldn't connect. Count evens at a ball and a strike.
I love Everett's approach in the circle. She just kind of has that ho-hum, I don't really care attitude, but it's like, give me the ball, competitive. Yeah. I enjoy it.
Sort of swing.
You see Diaz wants to come out
1 ball,
throwing.
2 strikes.
Yep. Throwing her out at second base with a big lead.
Anthony was very nonchalant coming back.
She
Didn't
was.
even try to hustle.
She was.
Let me see you throw it first, then I'll run.
But there's no reason for Diaz to throw. There's 2 outs, 2 strikes.
Ball.
Let Everett work.
Yeah, being in the moment when you're a base runner is so huge, right? Just constantly knowing what your position is, what the situation is, knowing what the tendencies are going to be.
Absolutely.
Chances of them throwing at me are probably not very good.
Absolutely.
Fouled straight back, out of play.
I tend to call it having some feel, which is just having some feel for your defenders that are near you and the situation and what's going on in the game. Game knowledge. I always love to try to pick people off, though. I was bad. I'd be like, throw me the ball. So not necessary.
Yeah. You just like the ball.
I just,
you like the ball in your hands or at your on your bat. One of the
I just would get bored, you know. Just kidding.
Gotta feel like you're a part of it.
Exactly.
Sometimes you're out and right or left. You're kind of wasting away. It's the song, watching the dandelions grow.
Yeah.
And
Good pitch.
First strikeout comes at the end of the 3rd inning for Olivia Everett as Peschel down swinging. So a run on a hit, 1 error and 1 left as we look at the strikeout.
Good location right there down in the zone by Everett. Just, you know, trying to keep the hitters off balance and give them something to miss hit, or in this case, swing and miss. So that was a really good spot.
You go to the bottom of the 3rd, should be Meyer, Crumblish, and Pennington here for Eastern Florida as their lead's been cut in half, 2-1.
What Coach Beatty is saying right now to his hitters. Probably be aggressive and be smart and make something happen. And we're going to play some fundamental softball with some sack bunts and run the bases.
Sounds like you have a future as a coach too, right?
Hey, softball can be simplified a lot. We tend to overcomplicate it.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not easy, but.
Do you ever leave a huddle like that in between innings inspired, or does it just get you refocused?
It gets you refocused. I think, you know, because we've done this thing before where it's like softball, the actual softball game, it's like 18 minutes long because there's so much downtime in between pitches, things like that. So the time you're actually focused is so small. So it's really important to be able to zone out, soft focus, and then hard focus, bring it back in.
Interesting. Caitlin Meyer will start things off. Jim Beatty having a word with the home plate umpire, Ralph Brooks. before our broadcast today, Jim Badia came up to the press box, and I said, well, hopefully we get to have a winning interview here today, right? He goes, we did have 2 winning interviews. In other words, the interviews were great, even though the team didn't win. So I'm like, yeah, you got me there, Coach. Yeah.
I love it.
I had to rephrase it. Hopefully we were interviewing you after a win here today.
Yes. I started to think we're going to be bad luck and they wouldn't want us back. So
got a great sense of humor.
Let's change that today. Something's going on with this dirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a little chunky.
Yeah, pounding in the chunks as the field needing a little work here. Wonder if it's Gophers. Everybody doing their part, getting the shoes dirty.
Yeah. Stomping a little bit. As the Central Iowa coach is the athletic director and the softball coach, Coach Badia is the softball coach and the field manager.
Okay.
So.
Takes pride in
he
how
does. He does.
Okay.
And how he waters it and how he takes care of it.
Oh, here we go.
It's about to get real.
Pop the mat on top of it and stop it out. Okay. Who gets selected to do the honors there? You have to have
I think that's just pure voluntary. I think she just jumped in and said, I want to do it. Maybe she had a bad day, had some aggression.
Oh, no. Did it break? Oh, no.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, man. Too many bowls of Wheaties this morning there.
Yes. You know you're strong when you break the stamper or tamp. What's it called?
Is that what
I don't know. Do you tamp the ground? Or I don't know.
Well, Jeff Carr, the athletic director, is here in the press box. I'm sure he's. When I'm going to see a purchase order now for a stamper to replace the broken one here. So a slight delay here on WEFS. Bullpen getting active for Eastern Florida. As we say hello, Jeff Radcliffe, Alex Powers with you once again here on WEFS. We wait out the drama unfolding in the pitcher's circle.
I'm trying to find the name of that thing. I want to know.
Google it.
I am. I'm the worst Googler ever.
This will be good. We'll probably increase the sales of these things by mentioning it on the air.
So we're trying to just get this situation under control at the moment. It's a family affair out here with the entire team hanging out, telling jokes. I don't know if you can rake it. Oh, we're coming out with a new. I think it's a tamp. What is it? A tamper, stamper.
We'll take some time here to look back at where we've arrived to this 2-1 game. There have been runs in every inning. Starting off with Waldron coming home after some fun stuff happening on the base paths, at least for Eastern Florida's from their perspective. So she made it to second there on the error. And another throw ended up bringing her home. So heads up base running for Waldron. That was the first run of the game. And then in the second is Gabby Orland on the bunt. And the sac fly. They got the runner home. Gabby trotting on in. It was 2-0, but in that last half inning, Carly Jones was hit by a pitch and then ended up coming home. There on the hit and error by Anthony. So it looks like we got it sorted out. Don't need to bring in the backhoe. That's good. So after a short delay, Caitlin Meyer will come to the plate for the second time. It will be the Titans' first baseman. A couple more warm-up pitches here from Malloy. So after a little delay there to work on the circle.
I want to know if that was bothering them the first couple innings, because I just don't know why all of a sudden.
And you got the name for it?
No.
Oh.
No.
Fail. Just kidding. I wouldn't know.
I'll probably
I wouldn't
come
even know
back
what to look
next week
for.
with. I know why.
Okay. What if it's stamped on the handle?
Oh, that would be smart.
Strike.
Strike to Meyer, who walked and advanced on a sacrifice back in the first.
Good pitch right there by Malloy to start the inning.
Her motto is work until you no longer have to introduce yourself.
Love it.
Fouls that one back. In a hole 0-2 here to lead off the bottom of the third. Titans coming in 16-20-1. Coach Badia lamenting the fact that they're 1-2 in conference play. He let a game get away against Palm Beach. Plenty more to go, though. And these non-conference games do count for something as far as the conference play, because it kind of gets you into a rhythm, picking up a couple of wins and leads to others.
Definitely, every game counts. I mean, you're finding your identity, you're understanding your strengths and your weaknesses, and like how you're going to progress through the season to have a successful end. So.
Meyer will swing at that one. Strike 3. First strikeout, I believe, for Malloy. No, second, rather.
Second, yeah. You see she just comes in pumping the zone a little bit, and she gets her right there swinging. Meyer. A ball at the eyes. I said it before, it looks so good coming in, but it's just not really hittable.
You'll walk away muttering to yourself.
Yeah, why did I swing at that?
Because it was a good-looking pitch. Crumblish right up the middle, base hit.
Good piece of hitting.
First pitch swinging, and the Titans have a runner aboard here in the third.
Let's see. Crumblish on that ball just stays inside of it really well. It's middle in. She just drives her hands right inside the ball, allows the barrel to do the work. The ability for a hitter to take an inside pitch and kind of drive it right back up the middle is huge. It just says a lot about their discipline with their hands and their fundamentals of their swing. Because a lot of times you think you want to take an inside pitch and hit it to left field, where ideally I would like to hit it to left center field.
Double nickels, Nikki Pennington, the shortstop. Palm Bay Bayside, 337. Does lead the team again in home runs and RBIs, so it's 41. I'll have to hit it a ton to be able to score Crumblish from first. It's almost like the Titans are daring to have her throw, because it's been such a successful
for sure
situation.
She's had a few errant throws to start the game in the first inning. There was a couple, but she's just very aggressive, and I think they can take advantage of that and cause her to freak out a little bit or, panic.
Just misses inside. Ball 2. Head in the count now is Pennington.
I thoroughly enjoy watching Pennington play. She's a competitor out in the field. And, she's disciplined in the box and aggressive, and I just enjoy it.
Crumblish on first, does have 9 stolen bases. Not going to flinch on her way back into first. 3-1. Down and got it, sending it deep to center. And it's out of here! 2-run home run for Nikki Pennington. Team leading 5th home run of the year. And the Titans now up 4-1.
It's a great cut right there by Pennington, just taking advantage of that ball that's all plate left by Malloy and crushing it over the center field fence. Fun fact, Pennington now has, 20 more RBIs than the next up. The next closest person on the team, that's almost twice as many than anybody else. It's crazy. It's crazy stats.
Base is now empty for Abby Kendrick.
Abigail Kendrick.
It's always a little tough to follow a home run because you're just like, oh gosh, I can't mess this up.
She does have 2 long balls this year.
If you watch the catcher on that, you might debate whether or not that's a strike, but it did cross the plate, just not on the same side the catcher was on. She was set up outside. That ball broke in.
Ball.
Rises out of the strike zone. Ball a strike, 1 away. 2 hits and 2 runs already in on Nikki Pennington's 5th home run of the year. RBI's 42 and 43.
It's always tough to following a home run as a pitcher because you want to just immediately go back and hit the zone, you know, pump strikes and let the hitter kind of try to beat you again. But the last thing you want is 2 pitches in a row to be hit over the
Right
fence.
down Broadway, yeah. You don't want to miss.
You just have to be careful.
Run to straightaway center. And the count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
A lot of times, too, if the girl in front of me, which in my case was a really good home run hitter in college, hit a home run, I'd probably be sitting changeup to the next pitch because that's always a
you're
common
thinking about
theme.
that.
Yeah,
So just be a little patient with
exactly.
it.
Be selective. Tough call.
Down on strikes, Kendrick. 3rd strikeout here for Callie Malloy. And with 2 away, base is still empty. Gabby Orland, who singled and scored back in the 2nd last inning. Now you mentioned Crumblish's 43 RBIs, almost double that, over 20 better than Hannah Crumblish, who is 2nd with 22 coming in.
Yeah, that's impressive. I mean, you are in the 4th spot. You're in a position to have a lot of runners on base when you're hitting, which is always great. But, I mean, to capitalize on it and to have that opportunity are 2 different things. And Pennington's done a really nice job capitalizing on that opportunity.
Long foul ball, 0-1 to Orland.
Ball.
Takes the ball. 1-1.
That's a good take right there by Orland. Off-speed outside pitch is always tough because you kind of just want to yank it and you can't because it's so slow and so off the plate, but that was a really good disciplined approach right there.
Right down the middle, a strike. Ball, 2 strikes. Orland, according to her bio, likes to fish. One of her pastimes, an angler. Good place to be here, not just in Florida, but here on the Space Coast. And wouldn't go fishing for that one. Watches that one. Strikeout number 4 for Malloy, and that ends the inning. But 2 runs home on 2 hits, one of them a home run, and the Titans lead 4-1 after 3.
We meet on a regular basis with industry partners, and we establish what their positions are, what their demands are, what the skill sets are, and we're constantly adjusting the curriculum to meet those goals. What we pride ourselves in here is having a work-ready product. Somebody that can literally go into the workforce, knows the equipment, have put their hands on it before, knows the software, knows the programming languages, knows how to work with the networks, and can be productive within their first week of work. One of the other things that we see a lot from the industry is more and more demand for soft skills. And we've incorporated into the curriculum courses like project management that enables those students to really see what it's like to work with others and to be part of a team, not just an individual effort.
back in Melbourne, and it'll be Jessa May for the Tritons to lead things off here in the top of the fourth. They now trail by 3 runs, though, against Eastern Florida, as Olivia Everett trying to settle in here in the middle innings, and first pitch swinging is a foul ball down the left side.
Aggressive approach right there by May. First pitch of the inning, I like it. Just trying to be patient, allow Everett to come to her, and not try to do too much. It's always hard when you have a spinning off-speed pitcher. You don't want to come out swinging too hard.
May, former star at Des Moines East High. Didn't have to go far to start her college career. Fort Dodge, about 90 minutes or so northwest of Des Moines. Back to work, Olivia Everett, 1-1. So he fouled on the infield. Tracking over is Waldron, makes the catch in foul territory, 1 away.
Good pitch right there by Everett. We're going to see a lot that, I mean, any opponent of Eastern Florida is typically going to probably pop the ball up a lot, whether in foul territory or fair territory, it doesn't matter. Just with that little spin that she has on her balls, it causes a lot of barrel to be missed typically. So you see a lot of flares, a lot of pop-ups, a lot of balls in the air.
Next up, the catcher, Alyssa Dema from Lake Station, Indiana. Dema had the infield hits in the second. Having 292, has 4 home runs. Base is empty, though, here with 1 away.
Ball.
One outside.
See her really leaning over heavy on that last pitch, but the goal is just to stay centered and stay slow with your feet. I always would tell myself, it was my cue word, stay slow.
Stay slow.
We start to get jumpy.
Lifts that one, got underneath it a bit. Tracking is Orland in left field. She's got it for out number 2.
Everett continues to feed her defense and allow them to just kind of help her out. She's not an overpowering, dominant pitcher, but she seems to always get the job done.
Kennedy Newell will bat for the second time, flied out on the infield in the second inning. As Olivia Everett in position to get a 1-2-3 inning here. Should she get Newell to retire? Just 1 hit so far allowed to Iowa Central. Dropping the bunt, quick throw to first, and that is it. 1-2-3. Newell retired, and we go to the bottom of the fourth.
That was some
Titans up 4-1.
PFP, pitcher fielding practice is what we like to call it.
PFP.
When you can have an athletic pitcher field her position, you are winning.
I thought you were going to a Chinese restaurant there when you started. PF.
PF Chinese. PFP.
Oh, man. So good start here for Olivia Everett, and the easiest inning thus far. Well, we'd like to say hello to our good friend Ken Otto, Master Control Operator at WEFS. It is his birthday today. How old? We're hearing 21. So enjoy and drink responsibly, my friend. Happy birthday from the entire crew at WEFS. Also, I want to give a shout out to John Martin, who feeling a bit under the weather. So look to see you back out on the here on the crew. Lickety split, John. Hope you're well. No, both of those guys watching. Here come the walk-up music for Olivia Everett, announcing her presence here at the plate. Has sacrificed in the second.
Good opportunity to help her own cause here. Put some runs across the board.
Let's get aboard. Start the party off. Briefly discussed walkout music a few innings back. I feel like you go to the minor league parks and sometimes they offer walkout music to the visiting team, and it's usually what Barry Manilow and Frank Zappa.
Yeah. You can have
Good
a lot of
stuff
fun.
to slow them down a little bit, relax them. And then they go crush a home run. You're like, that didn't work. The independent leagues are usually notorious for stuff like that.
Having some goofs with their opponents.
Little Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1-1 to Everett. And trying to get the seeing eye single, but it falls right to Carly Jones there at second. Everett's retired, 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th.
It's my old song. It's a good one.
Number 14,
Good choice.
Brooke Diaz.
Callie Malloy's done a really nice job just hitting the zone and, you know, throwing everything around it with her changeup, with her fastballs. Everything that she's throwing right now is pretty deceptive.
Yeah, really settled in that
She
third
has.
inning. Had 3 strikeouts, but gave up the home run.
For every gimme, there's a gotcha. That's what one of my teammates always says. 3 strikeouts, but a home run.
We're hearing that the production truck got a dent on that foul ball. Just rack them up, guys. It's like getting those little helmet stickers. Sign of experience. There's a strike.
Good spot right there, down at the knees on the inside corner by Malloy. That's always a tough one to hit. When a pitcher can go inside and outside, I think is where they're going to find a lot of success. Typically, pitchers have a harder time with one side rather than the other, so a pitcher that can effectively hit
Ball
both
10.
is typically pretty successful.
Ball 2 strikes on Brooke Diaz, batting for the 2nd time at a single and advanced on a sacrifice in the 2nd inning. A DeBartolo High School product, all Southern Conference performer last year with Eastern Florida. This is a foul ball that will be safely out of play, but watch it if you're on the scaffolding, guys.
They're out to get the media crew today.
Yeah. Baseball, softball, doesn't matter. It hurts.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget getting hit over at Space Coast Stadium over there doing a minor league baseball game one time.
Ooh.
Running camera. Should
That's tough.
hit the manatee mascot. Would have been
tough.
better. He's a little more cushioned.
Best-
Inside the ball.
The best story we had was one of our managers one time got a concussion shagging home run balls because somebody else had a home run and it hit him right in the head.
Oh,
I was like, that's so unfortunate.
that or good aim.
Yeah, I guess so. One or the other.
It's the 2-2 to Diaz. It's underneath
That
it,
might do it.
and
Ooh.
a
What a
little
great play.
snow cone catch there in center for Cheyenne Anderson. Had to sell out and cashed out there on a great play.
How does it go? Da-na-na, da-na-na. That was a good one. Just right off the bat, she had a really good jump. I think she kind of hesitated a little bit with a step or two, but
it makes it look more impressive.
exactly. At the end of the day, she caught it. It looked good. That's all that matters.
Savannah Garrison last time had a sacrifice fly.
Ball.
Move a runner over. Takes a ball.
Ball.
Something we haven't really mentioned yet, but which is kind of unique, is there are only 9 people in the lineup right now for this Eastern Florida team, and typically you have 10. You have somebody. Never mind. We do have 10. I'm sorry. I was like, wait a second. We do have a DP.
DP would be Kendrick.
Yep.
It's out and right is Ileana Rodriguez, and there's a base hit here for Savannah Garrison. Good
Great.
piece of hitting there for Savannah.
Yep. Great piece of hitting. The ability for a slapper just to poke it through the left side is huge.
And here comes Mary Waldron. Go.
She stays nice and inside this ball and just hammers it to left field. It's a really good top hand right there. We oftentimes say top hand, bottom hand, how they work differently and the jobs of them, but the job of each. But she had a really solid swing right there.
Waldron, a very productive first at bat. Walked and then advanced on an error, a sacrifice, and came home on an error. And now with a runner on first, 2 away, extend the lead. 5 hits now for the Titans, just 1 here for the Tritons.
Nobody better to have up with 2 outs, statistically speaking.
Strike.
It's a strike.
Damon wants to throw with 2 outs, and she's not even getting a big lead at first.
Ball, strike, 2 away. Garrison on first. It's a good cut, got underneath it a bit. Long run, and it's off the scaffolding again. Ay. Boys up there living dangerously. Check for magnets in the jackets, guys, please.
Right now would be a really good opportunity for Garrison to try to steal. You got 2 strikes, 2 outs with Waldron up to bat, and if Garrison gets thrown out for some reason, you're leading off with Waldron the next inning, so it's kind of a win-win.
All 2 strikes to the long foul. Hung up a bit, it's through. Another base hit for Waldron. Right up the gut, and Garrison advances to second on the play, and that brings up Caitlin Meyer.
Waldron is just on fire. You see a little off-speed pitch on the outside corner, and she just keeps her way back and drives it up the middle. Doesn't try to do too much. You gotta love that in a hitter with 2 strikes.
Waldron now on a 14-game hit streak. So Waldron, who came in batting north of 400 at 405, it looks to go up here in this game, perhaps. Depending how the course of it follows the rest of the way. A strike now to Meyer. Back-to-back hits after the first 2 retired by Callie Malloy. And a Crumblish on deck.
We like to say hitting is contagious. It just starts with 1, and then the others feed off of it.
That one puts Meyer in an 0-2 hole.
It's got to swing.
Officially 0 for 1. A walk in the first, a strikeout in the third.
Ball.
Look at Meyer. No need for batting gloves either.
She's tough.
Yep.
I could never hit
One ball,
without
2
him.
strikes.
Yeah. It's just a feel
It
thing.
is.
Yeah,
It's definitely a feel. It's all about feel, right?
Fisted and caught, and that will end the inning as Anthony gloves it. So no runs, a couple of hits, and after 4, Titans 4, Tritons 1. We'll be right back. And she's 2
She
for
hit
2.
that one. That was solid.
Picked up it short by Pennington on the first. 1-0. Swings. And
there
it's
she
over the head
goes.
of the right fielder. Strike 3. Second strikeout.
Watch Eastern Florida softball action as your Titans battle the Broward College Seahawks. Live Wednesday at 2 on WEFF.
My wife is currently in the Air Force, so I decided to be a stay-at-home father.
I'm a retiree and a full-time student.
I did online classes because I was traveling and it was easy to take the classes with me.
I am graduating today with my bachelor's in business administration.
If it wasn't for the online classes, I would not be standing here today.
There shouldn't be any procrastination. Just get out there and go do it.
We go to the top of the 5th. Titans up by 3 runs. Back out Olivia Everett to face Destiny Perry, who hit into the double play back in the 2nd. And the inning gets her swinging at strike 1.
Good first pitch right there by Olivia Everett. Something off speed and down. That's always a tough combination to try to hit hard somewhere. But right now, this Central Iowa needs to just take their time and allow Everett to work and be selective in their hitting.
Ball.
That one low to Perry, the shortstop, a freshman out of Killeen, Texas, batting .313. 3 home runs, 19 ribbies. Nine-hole hitter Carly Jones on deck.
Ball.
Rises out of the strike zone. Ball 2.
Good take right there by Destiny Perry. Just something a little bit out of the zone, and she doesn't want to force it. Iowa Central's down by 3 runs, and at this point, they just need to see as many pitches as possible. Try to get base runners on.
Ball, it's up.
Again, upstairs, ahead in the count now, Destiny Perry. 3 balls and a strike. Well, how important is it to get the first batter out in an inning?
It's
Your
huge.
statistics change so much.
Crucial for Olivia Everett and the defense right now, because again, once you get one, you just kind of start rolling, and
Ball,
and puts her aboard on 5 pitches.
walks are always tough too.
It's her 2nd walk.
Now batting number 8, Carly Jones.
I'd be curious to know if they make goals for themselves going into these games with numbers, you know, if you want to have a certain number of quality at bats and limit the number of walks. And
this one lifted high on the short left field. Catch is made by Orland, so 1 away. Carly Jones retired. And we go back to the top of the order, Alexis Egan. Saw moments ago Alex Boyce warming up in the bullpen for Iowa Central. Freshman lefty. And a strike to Egan. Yet to get aboard today. Showcase that blazing speed that has her at 32 stolen bases this season.
she's hitting an impeccable 548 right now, and
there'll be our first hit. So 2 are aboard here with 1 out.
Speed will just get you every time right there. You see she just takes full advantage of this harder infield and just chops it right over Everett's head, allowing the ball to just be a nice little single up the middle, causing a little confusion with our second baseman and shortstop because they're out of position.
First and second now, 1 away. Kat Anthony batting for the 3rd time. Had a hit the last inning. Takes a strike here, and the 5th.
Iowa Central just needs to get these base runners on and continue to move them, not doing too much. I mean, I know it's tough trying to single somebody to death, but at this point, runs are runs, and however you get them doesn't really matter.
Slow hopper, going to be a tough play. Fired to first. Runners advanced 2nd and 3rd. Bang, bang play at 2nd to get Anthony.
Let's take a look. You see, she just gets a little fisted right off the end of the bat right there. Mary Waldron makes a nice play, not coming in contact with that runner, although it could have caused obstruction, which wouldn't have been bad for Eastern Florida either. But she just stays with that ball very nicely, which tends to have some tough spin.
Ball.
So ducks on the pond here, but 2 away. Cheyenne Anderson singled in the 1st, flied out to center in the 3rd. Again out of Indianola. I think 391. She'll pop this one up. Straightaway center, and just like the 3rd inning, she is retired by Savannah Garrison, and that is the inning. So a hit, but 2 left on in scoring position. And a missed opportunity here for the Tritons as we go to the bottom of the 5th, 4-1 Titans.
Says a lot right there for Everett to be able to get out of that inning, leading it off with a walk and then a hit and just being able to work through it and not get too worked up, stay composed, stay calm. Let her defense do the hard work behind her.
Yep. Seen 8 now flyouts for Iowa Central. Is that something that Everett is doing to get them to be put out that way? Let's take a look at some of where we've gotten to this point, this 4-1 game. The last inning where 2 came across for Eastern Florida. If that happened a lot faster than this, just wanted to let you know. I've waited too long to get to it. So they had 2 come across, and
nice little single up the middle right there by Hannah Crumblish, scoring 1, or sorry, getting her on base, and then Pennington with a home run, scoring them both. Straightaway center.
Road shot. Pennington due to bat this inning second. Crumblish will start things off. It's Pennington's 5th home run of the year.
If we could repeat that a little bit, that'd be nice.
Crumblish singled and scored on that home run. Fouls that one back. So 1 for 1 for sacrificing in the first inning. Crumblish initially
good pitch right there by Malloy. Off speed, little change up on the outside corner, and I don't blame Crumblish for not wanting to swing at that one. She doesn't have to.
3 for 6 yesterday in those 2 games. 2 runs, 3 RBIs. Goes up and protects it. 2 strikes.
Aggressive. It's tough to lay off those high pitches, especially when you're kind of in like defensive mode where you have 2 strikes and you want to put a ball in play, and it's hard. It's hard.
Two to Crumblish. And strikes out looking. So that's how the 5th inning starts for the Titans.
Malloy taking full advantage of that spot on the down and in corner, right at the knees, right on the inside part of the plate. Definitely a good pitch right there by Callie Malloy.
Pennington, a pop out and a 2-run shot that has the Titans up 4-1. Inside corner, a strike.
I'm excited to see how Pennington approaches this at bat, because once you have success in a previous one, a home run, a base hit, you're going to try to be beat differently. And I'm excited to see how she works through this at bat.
Too far inside.
You don't want to be beat twice the same way.
Sure.
Callie Malloy.
Save for the home run. She's really settled down. 5 strikeouts now. 4 of those in the last 3 innings.
Yeah.
The last two and a third, yeah. Gets her to swing that one out.
I like it. That ball was all plate, and Pennington kind of noticed it right out of the hand, and I mean, she just took a hack.
Ball 2 strikes. Base is empty for Eastern Florida. Right up the middle, base hit. Slapped it down in the dirt and through. Pennington aboard now.
That's a good at bat.
2 for 3.
It's a good at bat. You see Malloy tries to just come in with that little changeup, but it was way too much play right there, and Pennington took full advantage of that, driving it right up the middle.
Addie Kendrick for the 3rd time. Strikeout victim twice. So the 3rd time, hopefully the charm here against Callie Malloy. And she's ahead in the count. A ball, no strikes.
Callie Malloy is throwing a great game. She's got a good number of strikeouts. Just a few missed opportunities right here from her, and allowing Eastern Florida to take advantage and score some runs.
Out of play. A couple of bad throws.
Yeah.
Helped out the cause.
Definitely.
Or hurt her cause, rather.
It's all about timing when we're making those throws. You know, you just have to be selective. I said it earlier, take care of the ball.
Apropos for almost any sport. Take care of the ball. Works for football,
right?
Basketball. Hockey, not so much.
No.
If there's a ball, you got a big problem.
Soccer, I mean.
Yep. There's a throw to second in there safely and easily was Pennington. So stolen base for Nikki. That would be her 5th of the season.
Let's see her get a good little jump right there. Yep. You see she had a great few first steps. Ooh. She came up short a little bit on that slide at second base, but
yeah, didn't quite pop up.
No. But like I said before, it always hurts a little less when you're safe, so she's good.
Inside to Kendrick. She's going to try to take third. The throw.
Great. That's great
Not
base
in
running.
time. Heads up. Kendrick, had a stolen base and then advanced there on.
The only criticism
Drop
I would
ball.
say is right out of the hand that ball was going in the dirt, and Pennington could have gotten a few steps sooner in her recognition of stealing. But I mean, she did a great job, got there safely, and all is well for Nikki Pennington.
So now, prime opportunity for an RBI here for Kendrick.
That's the one.
Got away. Coming home safely is Pennington. It's 5-1. So got around the base paths with a stolen base and then a little help from the defense.
Just good. That's good. Heads up base running right there by Eastern Florida all the way around. Nikki Pennington obviously gets the credit on this one, but they've had a few of those today. Just heads up, aggressive. That's good fundamental softball. I'm starting to think we're not bad luck anymore.
Yeah. Meanwhile, safely at first is Kendrick. So the strikeout that's not an out. Gabby Orland.
Now batting number 12, Gabby Orland.
Bat for the 3rd time. Struck out looking last at bat, but singled and scored in the 2nd. 1 run already in here in the 5th, as the Titans have extended the lead with their 7th hit of the ball game.
7 hits and 5 runs. That's pretty good. That's called good timing. It's taking advantage of opportunities.
Ball, no strikes to Orland. Runner at first is Kendrick. And that's going to go through. In fact, Yolanda Rodriguez is the runner in this situation, so she's now at second.
We're going to see Gabby Orland on that one just take full advantage of that left side. I love watching her hit because she goes the opposite way so well. She takes full advantage of that up the middle location and also that left field 5-6 hole gap, which is crucial for a left-handed hitter to be able to do, especially if you have a little bit of speed.
Well, now we're going to have the pitching change here, Alex, as we will see Alex Boyce. So sharing the first name anyways. From Osceola, Iowa. Freshman lefty. 0-2, an ERA of 7. 12 innings pitched, 8 walks, 10 strikeouts. This will be her 7th appearance. She's made 3 starts as well. And now coming from the other side, how does that affect the hitter? You've seen for 5 innings now, the pitcher been throwing with the right hand, now the left as it is pronounced. The difference as it is in baseball.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's always tough hitting off a left-handed pitcher just because it's not as common. You're so used to seeing right-handed pitchers coming at you, so anything left-handed is just kind of, again, opposite. It's different. It's new, but it's definitely not unhittable. So just trying to get a good pitch. I mean, the name of the game doesn't change. You're still trying to get a ball over the plate. You're still trying to have a calm but also aggressive approach in the box and just hitting anything hard that you can that's left over the white.
So Orland at first, pinch runner Rodriguez at second, 1 out. And a new pitcher in
A pinch hitter, too.
Well, let's just change everything on us. Alex Boyce is the new pitcher. And the pinch hitter going to be number 44. Who I don't have on any roster.
I don't have her on any roster either.
See if I can get us squared away.
I'm a little confused.
She'll pinch hit for Everett. We'll talk with the officials. That's Lexi Harmon. So she'll come in to pitch next inning most likely. So Harmon wearing number 44.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was like, jersey change. She's typically number 8, so who knows what's
Take what's available.
Yeah,
the Titans wearing the all grays.
The good news is, with a left-handed pitcher, you typically want a right-handed hitter for a matchup. A lefty on lefty is normally pretty tough, if I do say so myself.
For the pitcher or for the hitter?
Both. No, actually for the hitter.
Yeah.
Pitcher is fine.
Ball.
Harmon will take a ball. Lexi out of Knoxville, Tennessee. At the plate, she's batting .300. It's 5 RBIs. List of talent is that she can move her ears without using her hands.
Ball.
I can too.
Oh.
Yeah. I can move my ears.
Separating the
birth.
It's awesome.
That's probably my only cool talent. Wiggle my ears.
Harmon chops that one to right field. Tracking back, this will at least advance the runner. There's 2 away, but doing the job there, Lexi Harmon.
It's great base running right there too from our runner on second. Just being well aware of that right field position, and you know, she went deep, she went back far, and her ability to, what do we have going
now
on?
Going down. And
that was interesting.
That would be the 3 outs if that's the case.
We've got a lot of confusion going on right now.
Have fun scoring that one.
Yep.
So you had just talked about.
So we had a great base running read with a pop fly in right field for our runner on second to tag up and go to third.
Yeah, and then caught stealing it home,
Exactly.
and that's the hitting.
Exactly.
But 5-1 the score. We'll be right back.
What? She hit that one. That was solid.
Picked up it short by Fenton on the first. 1-0. Swings. And it's over the head of the right fielder. Strike 3. Second strikeout.
Watch Eastern Florida softball action as your Titans battle the Broward College Seahawks. Live Wednesday at 2 on WEFS.
My wife is currently in the Air Force, so I decided to be a stay-at-home father.
I'm a retiree and a full-time student.
I did online classes because I was traveling and it was easy to take the classes with me.
I am graduating today with my bachelor's in business administration.
If it wasn't for the online classes, I would not be standing here today.
There shouldn't be any procrastination. Just get out there and go do it.
Back at the Titans softball complex as we try to sort out what happened to the end of the bottom of the 5th here, as Ileana Rodriguez tagged out at the plate. So
they were appealing. Okay, what happened was they were appealing whether or not she left early from second base. So as soon as they threw it, she took off for home, but the ball always travels faster than the runner. So the ball beat her back to home. She's thrown out.
Okay.
Make sense? I don't know how
Whatever
to score
you say,
that.
Alex,
I
whatever
don't
you
know
say.
how to score that, but that's what happened. They were appealing her leaving early on a tag. I feel like a softball genius right now.
that you are.
Far from it. Far from it.
Titans with 4 runs as far as a cushion goes as we go to the 6th. So down to their final 6 outs are the Tritons here in game 1 of a doubleheader. I'll play 2, so we'll make our normal disclaimer. Here's a chance to come out and catch the second of these 2 games. Our first one is the only one televised here today. Titans looking for their first TV win and in good position to take it here.
Yes, they are.
Knocking on aluminum.
So Lexi Harmon is not going to end up pitching. Olivia Everett's coming back in.
Interesting. So that was just a pinch hit situation.
I guess so.
I got a 4-run lead. Why not? Keep her going.
Yeah, she's having a good game so far. So just let her finish it, I guess.
Ball.
And starts Peschel with a ball. It was 0 for 2. Flied out on the infield and struck out.
Ball.
Good take right there. I would say the approach right now for Iowa Central just is allowing Everett to work, letting her throw more pitches, getting her a little tired, and allowing this Iowa Central team to see as many pitches as possible. Try to get some runners on base and then move forward from there.
Blasted deep to left. Going back and tracking, unable to catch it was Orland. Had her kind of spinning a bit. And a stand-up double for Peschel.
Great piece of hitting right there by Peschel. 2-0 count from Everett, and that's always a really good hitter's count because your pitcher doesn't want to get to 3-0. So you know that they're more than likely going to try to hit you with a strike somewhere over the plate because they want to get it called. So way to take advantage of that by Jenna Peschel.
Jessa May batting next. 0 for 1, a walk, and a pop-up. And she's in a hole of 1 to start. Hoping to trade places with Peschel.
Ball.
Thought about headed all the way to home.
Let's take a look at that hit real quick. 2-0 right here for Jenna Peschel. Just takes full advantage of this ball that's right down the middle. That's all plate. Right over the heart of it, and just great piece of hitting.
Trouble tracking it there. There's Rodriguez, in fact, over and left now.
Balls that are hit over your head, like straight away over your head, are so tough. I mean, it's just which side do I turn on? Where do I go? It sounds so silly, but been there, done that.
Back to the screen. Yeah, Orland now in right.
One thing that I really liked on Eastern Florida on that play was we do a double cut. So your left fielder goes and gets the ball, and then your shortstop and second baseman both are cutoffs. First baseman.
Overran it, and runners will be safe with nobody out. So rare error for Nikki Pennington. So Jessa May aboard.
Now batting number 3, Peyton Adwell.
And a pinch hitter.
Strike.
Peyton Adwell, Grant City, Missouri. Swing and a miss.
It's a big cut. If I'm Olivia Everett right now, I'm just thinking I'm going to pound the zone. I'm going to just give them something to hit, let my defense work. I'm up 4 runs. I'm not in too much of a, stress position.
Upstairs.
Just give them something close to the plate. Hopefully they miss-hit it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And then I'm back in the dugout hitting with my team.
The count from Ralph Brooks. Runners at first and second. Now nobody out.
That's a good pitch.
And got her looking. Adwell down. Second strikeout for Olivia Everett.
Let's take a look back at this pitch right on the outside corner right there by Olivia Everett. That's a great spot. That's off the plate for sure, but you can't let that go with 2 strikes. It's too close. Too close to take.
Newell, first pitch swinging, foul ball. Newell 0 for 2. She popped out and grounded out. May is at first. Michelle at second after that double. Big grab, doubling off. Second double play of the game for Eastern Florida.
That's a great play right there by Mary Waldron. That is fun to watch.
Unassisted DP for Waldron.
Nice little rope right there, but Mary Waldron just has a full beat on it and just one-handed snags that ball right out of the air and takes it herself.
For unassisted.
Good play. Good heads-up play.
And 2 left there after the leadoff double for Pichelle, so that's an opportunity gone awry. Try to get back in this one as now the Tritons down to their final 3 outs. Titans will come out looking for some insurance here on the bottom of the 6th as we take another look at the catch.
We'll try to take another look at that catch in a few. But, oh, here we go. Let's try again. That's just athletic right there by Mary Waldron. Gotta love a good athlete.
Also have to love it when the momentum's carrying you to second anyway, right?
Definitely.
A couple of steps and done.
Yep, that always helps.
Good work there. Will be Diaz, Garrison, and Waldron scheduled to hit here in the 6th for Eastern Florida. Diaz, in fact, about to enter the batter's box. And it'll be a second inning of work for Alex Boyce, the pitcher. 1 pitch. And then the weird play. Ball. I got out Rodriguez on the appeal at third.
There's been some interesting stuff that's happened this game.
Anything to muddy up a scorebook. A strike from Boyce.
If I'm Eastern Florida right now facing Alex Boyce, I would just say be aggressive. Like, get something over the heart of the plate and just go to work. I mean, she's got 12 innings of work here going into this game. Nice. That's a good swing.
Gets a good piece of it, puts it foul though. Get down about 5 feet to the right. You got yourself an extra base hit.
Yeah. She's just flipping it in there a little bit, has 19 runs. So, I mean, people are scoring off of her, and that's what I want to take advantage of.
1-2 on Diaz. Likes to ride longboard and BMX as well, in addition to her athletic exploits on the softball diamond. Good place to ride longboard here. A little crumblers as far as the waves on the east coast of Florida.
That takes skill. I'm impressed.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Full count.
Hey, don't let her have it. You win it. Let's go, baby.
Gotta love that talk from the catcher.
This one will poke through. So a base hit to lead things off in the 6th for Brooke Diaz. That's her 2nd hit of the game.
I want to take a second to just compliment how well Eastern Florida has just really worked the middle part of the field right now. Everything they do is they're hitting up the middle. They're hitting a lot of opposite field shots today. You saw the Pennington home run earlier was dead center. Just that ability to go to the big part of the park is huge. It speaks volumes of, you know, what they're practicing and their mentality going into the box. Big part of the park is where we get a lot of our hits, you know, up the middle. That's always where we want to go.
Now batting number 23, Tori Garrison.
So now we're getting another pinch hitter. Victoria Garrison.
Are they sisters? Her and Savannah?
Ball.
On Garrison. Yeah, batting .250.
Ball.
3 runs. They're usually used in a pinch running role, but Victoria Garrison going to get a chance to hit here with a 5-1 lead.
That's a tough pitch. Little down in the zone, kind of at the shins, below the knees at least, but it is what it is. When the umpire says it's a strike, you just got to be ready to swing. So
2 balls, 1 strike. Ball.
good eye. That's a good take. Knowing the situation, knowing the count, 2-1, make her come over the plate, and don't, swing yourself out of it at bat.
3-1, Savannah Garrison pinch hitting for her sister.
Ooh.
Out of Plant City, and everybody's safe.
Good job right there by Victoria Garrison. Again, going opposite field, hitting a ball hard at the first baseman, and I'm not gonna lie, coming from a first baseman's perspective, it's kind of hard when something's hit that hard at you, especially coming from the opposite, side of the field with a right-handed hitter. Catches you off guard sometimes. The corners are weird. Third base and first base are interesting.
Now with nobody out, runners at first and second. Mary Waldron back to do some damage. Already extended her hitting streak back in the 4th.
Number 13, Mary Waldron.
She's had a day. Home run, a single, some hard hit balls.
Ball.
Oh, pulled the string on that one. Still out of the strike zone, a ball. It's like on a yo-yo. 10 hits, 5 runs for the Titans here.
That's a good day.
Ball.
I touched on it her last at-bat, how I was excited to see how she approached the at-bat following a home run, and I just think when you're in a groove and you're hitting the ball well, you're seeing the ball well, you don't want to take advantage or waste any at-bats, and you just really want to be mindful in every one that you get.
Good pitch. Strike 1. Waldron officially 1 for 2 today. He walked and had a nice trip around the base path, scored in the 1st. And there's strike 2.
You're right, I totally got her confused with Pennington. Mary Waldron is having a great season so far, though.
That's right. Leading the team
Yeah.
in hitting.
In average.
Got away.
It's a good leadoff.
Full count.
Count, in fact, is full.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Payoff. A chopper. Tough to handle. Everybody's safe. So Waldron aboard for the 3rd time.
That should go down as a hit, yep. You don't typically give a pitcher an error on anything, but
yeah,
just
even a bad throw.
Well, yeah, bad throw,
but
definitely.
On the field,
but on the fielding, yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. So
3 singles to start the inning off then. From Diaz, Garrison, and Waldron. They're on 3rd, 2nd, and 1st respectively. And another pinch hitter here for the Titans. Number 11, Monica Burrows. So we're getting to meet a lot of these new players for the first time.
I like it. Throwing them in the fire, allowing these freshmen to get in these positions, not necessarily with too much pressure because Eastern Florida's ahead, but still huge situations and huge opportunities to capitalize.
From Lithia, Florida. Came to Eastern Florida from Hillsborough Community College. She's batting .250. She takes a strike. 2 runs, 3 RBIs. And has the bases loaded, nobody out.
Dead ball right here.
Foul puts her 0-2. Crumblish due to bat next. Pennington in the hole, should we get that far.
Oh.
Upstairs, count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, I beg your pardon. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Monica Burrows with a good little at bat going here, just fouling pitches off, wasting the ones that she doesn't want. I can dig it. I like to say she's hunting. She's hunting pitches, waiting for a miss from Alex Boyce.
Swing and a miss. Or no, loaded hitter.
No, she swung a miss. She just still ran it out.
Oh, gotcha. She went down in a hurry.
Yeah,
like.
she did.
All right, so the strikeouts first out of the inning, Burrows.
Good job back there, though, by Brooke Diaz. Or, I'm sorry, Alyssa Dema catching.
Now you still got the runners, the bases juiced, 1 out, and the 2 heavy hitters coming up, and Crumblish and Pennington. Crumblish 1 for 2, a sacrifice, a single, a run scored, and a strikeout. Anything now would be considered insurance runs.
Yes.
If the ones earlier weren't considered that already. Crumblish of Claremont Eastridge. Factory of players coming out of that high school.
1 ball,
Remember
2
Kaylee
strikes.
Novak, former UCF star, played with the Texas Charge for a little bit.
Yep.
So one of the best middle infielders in UCF history.
Yeah, she was good. She was fast. She was smooth.
Yep.
She was a competitor, for sure. You see Peyton Adwell calling time and going out and talking. My mistake earlier, I said Alyssa Demo was still catching, but Adwell is currently in the catching position right now with Alex Boyce.
Add that to your scorecard, well, please. Come as Crumblish waits. Upstairs, she went up and got it, sending it deep. Anderson should score a run, and the Tritons will concede run number 6. So the run scores in the form of, say, Brooke Diaz. It might have been a pinch runner, though.
Good piece of hitting right there by Hannah Crumblish. Just a ball a little bit up in the zone and just takes full advantage, driving into center field. Although she's out, she definitely did a job in getting that RBI sac fly, bringing in another insurance run.
Here's Pennington, the heavy home run hitter, back in the 3rd. It broke the game open. The string again was Boyce. Third base empty now, but 2 away.
Now I go back to the point of excited to see how Pennington approaches this 3rd at bat, having success the previous 2 times.
Well, a single, scored 2 runs. That will be foul.
She's just seeing the ball really well. I mean, she mishit that one a little bit, but obviously it happens. Can't be perfect every time. And the way we take full advantage of every at bat really just says a lot about our competitive nature and ourselves as athletes.
The 0-2 to Pennington. Boyce looking to get out of the inning.
Ball.
Good eye. It's not anywhere close to a strike, really, but, you know, you can never be too sure with what an umpire might call. Just following it all the way in and being slow with our feet.
Oh,
Got her with the change. Pulled the string on the changeup and fooled her a little bit.
Off speed, Pennington retired. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, 3 outs to go for Eastern Florida. It's going to be 8-9-1 batting for the Tritons. for
get that
two.
one. That was solid.
Picked up in short by Pennington on the first. 1-0. Swings. And it's
there she
over the head
goes.
of the right fielder. Strike three. Second strikeout.
Watch Eastern Florida softball action as your Titans battle the Broward College Seahawks. Live Wednesday at 2 on WEFS.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
We're at the top of the seventh, 3 outs away for the Titans, looking for their 17th win of the season here this afternoon. Hoping to make it 18 with a clean sweep. Got to get number one first, though. And it'll be Olivia Everett looking to go the distance in this one for a complete game 3-hitter. Should she not allow anybody else to reach base? Destiny Perry will start things off, the 8-hole hitter.
Ball.
Start her off with the ball.
I'm interested to see and to understand how this Iowa Central team is going to approach this next inning. Just being down by 5 runs, I would say take until you get a strike. So we'll see their approach in a few.
Oh, Pennington has a gobble up on her. And Perry is aboard to lead things off in the 7th.
Let's take another look. I mean, not a bad piece of hitting right there, but by Destiny Perry. But Pennington just looks to kind of overrun it or rush herself a little bit through the fielding and then transfer to throw process.
I'll extend the game. Carly Jones counts as an error in the book. This should be the first out. Garrison handles that.
It's crazy. She could have thrown 3 pitches so far and had 2 outs. I mean, so I would venture to say these Iowa Central players are not taking until they get a strike.
No. Alexis Egan for the 4th time. Finally got a hit in the 5th.
We say finally. She was only 1 for 3, but with a 548 average, we're used to her.
That's going to go down.
Getting
with
a
just
lot
one
of
hit.
hits.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's the worst.
Yeah, to keep that average intact, you'll have to get a hit here. Or to keep it from going down too much. She'll lift this one to center. Garrison there once more. Seeing a lot of action. Egan is retired. And down to the final out are the Tritons of Iowa Central.
Iowa Central is an aggressive hitting team. I mean, they jump on pitches very early in the count. For Olivia Everett to just take advantage of that and know that and throw the ball in the zone, allowing them to hit, and then let her defense work is huge.
Running foul. And it will drop to the ground.
She's doing a great job attacking the zone and just staying consistent. I really do enjoy watching her throw. She's just so calm and just, you know, you can't really tell if they're winning or losing ever by her face. She doesn't have much emotion, which is, it's important for a pitcher. You don't want to look at them and tell.
Kat Anthony, the last hope. And she's now on a hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, though, is Destiny Perry. Down by 5 runs here are Iowa Central. And hits the line.
Ooh.
Oh, foul.
I'm pretty sure it did hit the
Tip.
first baseman's glove, so I don't know. That's what it looked like from here.
That would have made things a little more interesting.
I would have. I'm intrigued. I don't know why the coach didn't say anything.
No argument there.
No, I would like to see that one, yeah.
Looking to the second one. Good first of a doubleheader here. Goes down and gets it. Boy, all 3 putouts in this inning. Savannah Garrison, that's the 11th fly ball out, and that is the ball game. Titans take it 6-1. Pound out 11 hits in this one, and they get their 17th win of the season. We'll be right back to put a bow tie in it right after this on WEFS.
Join local sportscaster Eric Kohler as he hosts Eastern Florida State College coaches and student athletes for a closer look inside Titan sports. Produced in partnership with Florida Today, the weekly in-depth program covers the 11 Titans men's and women's sports teams through game footage and coaches' analysis. Get closer to the action Thursday night at 8 here on WEFS.
My wife is currently in the Air Force, so I decided to be a stay-at-home father.
I'm a retiree and a full-time student.
I did online classes because I was traveling and it was easy to take the classes with me.
I am graduating today with my bachelor's in business administration.
If it wasn't for the online classes, I would not be standing here today.
There shouldn't be any procrastination. Just get out there and go do it.
Jeff Radcliffe, Alex Powers back here at the Titans softball complex where Eastern Florida gets a 6-1 win, first half of a doubleheader against Iowa Central Community College. Jim Beatty is the head coach of the Titans. And Coach, before the game, I said, you ready for your first winning interview post-game? You said, I'm ready for my third. And, hey, you get everything that you wanted in this one. Good game.
Yeah, thank you. We're, I'm going to tell them right now we scored in 5 out of the 6 innings. It's kind of been our goal the last week or so is to, win every inning.
Cool, Coach. Congratulations.
Oh, wait, Alex Powers is actually here.
I'm here. I'm sorry. Hey, I was nervous we were going to be bad luck, so it's good to know that the game is changing. So you said your goal was to score 5 out of the 6, and that's a really good percentage. What is it going into the second game? Like, what's your approach? What do you want to see out of the team?
Well, we've kind of, our focus the last few weeks has been quality at bats, and we've been doing a pretty good job of working the count to certain counts, but then, we need to make some better decisions on what pitches to swing at and what pitches to take.
Yeah, name of the game, right?
Yeah.
That's always the battle. So.
Coach, you got one more here this afternoon, and then, of course, next week we'll see you against Broward. To continue this, I know the hitting is contagious. What are you going to tell the team here going into the second half of the doubleheader?
Well, we just continue to improve. Our at-bats are getting better and better. Try to get some different lineups in, maybe, possibly, but I think we graded out pretty well. We're 50 games into the season. We're not going to have any new trick plays or anything. We just got to be best at everything we do from here on out.
Steady as she goes. That's right. Well, Jim Beatty, thank you very much.
The right game for the
yes.
the right one to win the TV game this week.
Yes. Well, we'll try to do the same next week when we see you against Broward on Wednesday, Coach. Congratulations. Good luck here this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Jim Beatty is the head coach of Eastern Florida State College, and again, a 6-1 victory. They pound out 11 hits in this one. As he said, 5 of those 6 innings that they batted, they had runs.
So first we'll see the throwing error right there by Demo, which allows our first run of the game, Mary Waldron, to score and come across the plate.
And the second sac fly did the job as Gabby Roland came home.
There we see a nice little tag, play at the plate, but the catcher, Dama, just can't hold on to the ball on that one. Tough throw, allowing our second run to score.
And it was Nikki Pennington going deep to center, her 5th home run of the year, a 2-run job that brought home Hannah Crumblish. And the game starting to open up a bit. It was 4-1 at that point.
Here we'll see the wild pitch, which again allowing our runner at Pennington to cross the plate for run number 5. And then right there we see the sac fly, the last run in the 6th inning.
Yeah, they got it with the big hits, but they also manufactured some runs here. And again, if you're Jim Beatty, you like that they're able to manufacture runs in multiple ways here.
Definitely. The situational hitting was on point on that game, and whether it was moving runners, heads up base running, or getting sac bunts down, sac flies, the long ball, I mean, they did it all this game, so that was really cool to watch.
And Olivia Everett, a really good outing. Just the 1 run conceded, 3 hits allowed, and goes the distance here, and that's going to make the coaching staff happy too.
Definitely. She threw a gem, so.
Well, that will do it. We'll see you back here Wednesday. Conference play against Broward, a big game for Jim Beatty's bunch. The Titans beat the Tritons in the first game of the doubleheader. Still time for you to come out and catch the second half of this one as Eastern Florida gets its 17th win of the season. For Alex Powers, for our producer Brian Foster, Roger Hayward pushing the buttons in the truck, and our entire WEFS crew, I'm Jeff Radcliffe, saying so long from Melbourne.
We now return to